you tonight, and I can guarantee you that when you leave this auditorium tonight, nobody will be the same. You'll never be worse. You'll be better. And based upon the degree of acceptance of the word is the degree of rise.
I wrote this for the alpha males, the OGs and the real kings. Can't rap about what I ain't about, cause real G's do real things. Players know that I fight for mine, I'm RBG, ooh hoodoo gang. Banging on that slave mind like Haiti when the voodoo came. This for my OG niggas who survive the streets but love the block. This for my professional brothers with 6 figures and a bunch of stock. This for G's who got grandbabies and a main lady with stretch marks. We know the struggle, seen it all, took a fall but got a fresh start. Let me tell y'all the best part, they tried to kill us, we still alive. I'm from murder work, gangsta turf, where a G ain't supposed to see 25. This for the ones that touched the pen, came home and then go insane. Crips, Bloods, and whoever bang, all the brothers who never slain, all the homies who bump screw, UGK and Twisted Black. Chest out, we done came through, whatever you lost, go get it back. What I spit ain't for the youth, nah, I built the school for that. I'm a grown man, I talk to kings, black power, who true to that. Fathers, soldiers, kings, God, take your place. Soldiers, kings, God, take your place. Soldiers, kings, God, take your place. Soldiers, kings, God. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. This one for the seasoned vet, done seen death throughout my life. Cats who know about sacrifice, borrowed time but paid the price. Hard times done came up, fell off then gave up. Came back, now your impact so pro-black and dangerous. In chains they bring us, from trees they hang us, whip us and maim us, but still can't tame us. Shit bad they blame us, plant dope and frame us. Rich broke or famous, why? Cause they ain't us. House niggas I can't trust, field niggas will lie to. Pepperwood way cross town, black snake right by you. RBG we teach the code, banging for Uhuru. Put the system in a stranglehold, rest in peace Mutulu. I don't flow about silly shit, make too many major moves for that. Some of my folk is really sick, ain't really much I can do for that. Talking to the OGs when I spit, you broke and it ain't no excuse for that. We grown men, we need ownership, black power, who true to that? Fathers, soldiers, kings, God, take your place. Soldiers, kings, God, take your place. Soldiers, kings, God, take your place. Soldiers, kings, God. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. Fathers, soldiers, kings, gods, fathers, soldiers, kings, gods, fathers, soldiers, kings, gods, fathers, soldiers, kings, gods.
Yeah. Fathers, soldiers, kings, gods. Woo! All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. You know what I'm saying? All right. Peace and power, everybody. This is your brother Baba Amin Ojuwoke, and this is the morning build. I'm not gonna keep you long this morning, but I do want to be strong this morning. I pray that everybody's having a powerful and blacktastic week. I appreciated my brother Obafemi on that take your place. Y'all be looking for that. We will be releasing that on all platforms very soon. You know what I'm saying? I feel like black men need motivation music. I feel like black men, and I'm talking to black men that are out here raising their families. I'm talking to black men that are out here standing up for their communities. I'm talking to black men that are out here loving their counterparts, loving their wives. You know what I'm saying? Black men that are out here building their own business, building institutions, or going to work every day and being the best they can be on their job. I'm talking to those black men when I say take your place. I'm talking to black men in my age group. Black men in my age group who been through the streets. Black men in my age group who done been knocked down and had to get back up. Man, take your place. We survived. We here. You know what I'm saying? If you from where I'm from, statistics said when we were coming up in the 90s that we wouldn't be here, that we wouldn't persevere. You know what I'm saying? But many of us are out here. We out here with our grandbabies. We out here with our queens. We out here in the community representing, stepping up. You know what I'm saying? I do not go for the prevailing definitions, the negative definitions that are put out there on black men. Right? I mean, look, are we all perfect? Absolutely not. Are there black men out here that shit we need to knock out? Absolutely. Are there black men out here that are a disgrace? Absolutely. Are there black men out here not living up to our history, not living up to who we are as a people? Absolutely. But that doesn't erase our legacy. And we just can't let people talk out of one side of their mouth about what black men are not doing, about what black men can't do, and not talk out the other side about what black men are doing, what black men have done. Right? Every black man should be walking around with his chest out and his chin up just like anybody else. And you have plenty to be proud of, right? Our only issue, y'all, is that we don't know our story. We don't know our history as black men. And when it's told to us, it's told to us in a way to make us look like and even feel subservient, secondary, less than. Like we're always climbing and fighting for acceptance. We don't need anybody's acceptance except our own. We don't need anybody's acceptance except our own. I get up every day and I had the honor and the privilege to teach black youth, right? And of course, many of our students are black boys. And man, I can't tell you what kind of pride it gives me to show them that they come from kings and queens. What kind of pride it gives me to show them examples of not just famous black men who do powerful things, but black men that you may have never heard of to do powerful things, to talk about black men who've done powerful things in my life. Right? I love talking to them about how Ricky Clark took me under his wing. Our black man took me under his wing when I was a young brother trying to figure things out and gave me my first opportunity to teach. I love telling young brothers about how Will Muhammad took me under his wing, man, and taught me about God and how to put God first. Even my biological father, who might not have been there all the time, he set such powerful examples for me at the same time. Right? How I forgive my biological father for his shortcomings, for not always being there. And that I even gleaned powerful lessons from Robert Parker, my daddy, who showed me that when you got an idea, you got to go for it. You got to let them hang, so to speak. You got to get out here and you got to build for yourself, to not be afraid. My father showed me to not be afraid to start your own business, to not be afraid to be your own boss. A black man showed me that, right? So this morning's build is just about building up the black man. Because if you're paying attention to mainstream media lately, you know what I'm saying? One would think that black men are ready to be thrown in the dumpster. One would think that black men are what's holding us back as a people. And that's not the case. It's never been the case, and it's not going to be the case. I'm here to stand up for black men. And this is not to diss black women, because you don't have a powerful black woman without a powerful black man. You don't have a powerful black man without a powerful black woman. But today, I'm showing love to black men. Today's build is about you, father of civilization. It's about you, father of humanity. Today is about King Khufu, King Khafre, and King Menkaure. Today is about Pianki. Today is about Taharka. Today is about Mansa Musa. Right? Huh? That's what this build is about today. I just felt like uplifting my brothers. And I want to encourage you all, don't fall for it. Don't let them set you up to be the blame for what's coming next. Don't stop falling for the whole you a slave and it's your fault kind of thing. You know, they use that during slavery. You know what I'm saying? Use that during slavery. Well, if you'd have picked enough cotton, well, if you stop sassing massa, well, if you stop doing it, you're not ready. The Negro is not ready for freedom. What is he gonna do for free with freedom? The Negro is not ready. He's like a child. Oh, they've been using that since Thomas Jefferson. Then, of course, they're gonna highlight the evidence by pointing out black men who act like children. Exhibit A, Exhibit B. And they're gonna suppress and make sure you don't see the black men who are standing up to be men. The black men who are ready, the black men who during slavery had the skill to clear out a whole field and build a whole city with their bare hands because they were there and they did it. That's why even after slavery, when we start talking about our history after slavery, you learn a little bit about Reconstruction. They jump quickly to Jim Crow and put us in that victim lane, but they don't talk about the thousands of black townships and communities that black men and women built with their bare hands off the plantation. They don't talk about the 180,000 black men and women who fought in the Civil War and saved the United States. They don't talk about the over 20 million acres that black people had acquired by the year 2000. I mean, not 2000, the year 1910. Just 60 years up from the plant, 50 years up from the plantation. 20 million acres of farmable land. Do children do that? Do inferior human beings do that? But when you erase a story and then replace the story with lies or with partial truths, when you redefine a whole segment of the population, you have a plan. There's a plan afoot. There's a plan to mass incarcerate that group. There's a plan to turn that group into a permanent underclass. There's a plan to suppress the voices of that particular group. And I believe we're living in a time right now where the black man's voice has been more suppressed than it's ever been, including during Jim Crow. The order of the day is to go along just to get along. But that's not who you are, black man. You are a father, you are a husband, and you have a responsibility to the truth. You have a family to think of, you have generations to think of, and you have a responsibility to the truth. This morning's build is about building up the black man. This morning's build is about protecting the image and the definition of the black man. Black men are supporting Trump. Black men don't realize it. Here comes Obama. You know, your mama's been there for you. Now I think some of y'all don't want to support Kamala just because she's a black woman. So now the black man is a misogynist, and now the black, you know what I'm saying? The black man just hates women. Now, are there black men out there that hate women? Absolutely. Are there black men out there that have serious issues when it comes to adopting misogynistic attitudes? Absolutely. But is that every black man? Absolutely not. Black man, you are not the problem, but you do have problems. And your biggest problem is miseducation. Hold on. Your biggest problem is miseducation. That's your biggest problem. Your biggest problem is that you don't know who you are. That's your biggest problem. Your biggest issue is that you're allowing others to define you. Your biggest issue is that you keep falling into these tropes that are being promoted to you. That's your biggest issue. Your biggest issue is that you keep listening to music and listening to messages and sounds that take you away from your true self. That's your biggest issue. Your biggest issue is that you're not actually out here paying attention, black man. That's your biggest issue. But it's not your blackness that's the problem. It's not because you're black. No. It's because how that blackness is being defined. It's because how you're miseducated into what to think that blackness means. It's because we're letting too many clowns scream that they doing something for the culture that's negative towards the culture. It's because we're not standing up and protecting our children's ears. We're letting them listen to everything. We're letting them watch everything. We're letting them respond and dance and move to everything. That's not who we are. It's because we're allowing society to shame us out of being fathers. We're allowing society to shame us out of setting standards for our family, morals for our families, principles for our families. And I'm talking to those who are in the home. Don't allow society to shame you out of your nature as a man, out of your nature as a father, out of your nature as a protector, as a provider. If in your heart you're saying I have to watch the images that my children see, I don't want to overexpose my children to sex. I don't want to overexpose my children to gender politics and all that, then you don't have to do that. Yes, your job is to mold your children. Yes, your job is to mold their thinking. Your job is to turn your child over to society and let them make a free choice about everything. That's not parenting. You trust this society to raise your child? No. Black man, continue to stand up. But we got to be upstanding. We got to be examples. We got to step out front. We have to lead our families on spiritual journeys. You should be the spiritual leader in your household along with your queen. If you're in a family situation where you and the queen are not together, you should still be a spiritual leader, a spiritual example to your children. And I'm not talking religion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you what to believe, right? But the morals, standards, values that should emanate from you, black man. If you become a slave to the music, if you become a slave to the drinking, if you become a slave to the smoking, a slave to the imagery, a slave to the gambling, a slave to the strip club, you become a slave to those things, you've been made weak. And it's time to strengthen up. It's time to teach that divine science. It's time to get black to that. It's time to get black to that, man. It's time to get black to teaching your children what their role is in the world, what our role is in the world. It's time to get black to talking to each other about that. We don't have no business fighting for acceptance because you're not going to be accepted anyway. Just accept yourself. But we got work to do. And it don't matter who you vote for on November 5th. It don't matter. That's great. Let's participate in the process. But the process don't begin at the ballot box. The process begins in the mirror. The process begins in your spirit. What are we building? And we're not all the same. And we're not going to all get together and do anything. But find those who want to build like you want to build. Find those who resonate with what you believe in. Most importantly, be honest with yourself about the areas that you need to grow in. Where do you need to grow? Where is your growth? Where is your growth necessary? Where are you falling short right now, brother? Only you can answer that, but you know the answer to that. Where are you falling short, and what do we need to do to build you up? What do you need to do to build yourself up? You need to get back into the gym? Is that your fight? Huh? Is your fight the foods that you eat? Are you getting a little older like me and your body responding different to all that stuff that you used to be able to eat? Is that your fight? If that's your fight, we need to find somebody who's conquered that fight, right? And have them coach you on how to conquer it for yourself. What's your fight? Do you have aggression towards black women? Why? Where does that aggression come from? Is it something that happened to you in your past? Let's deal with that. Let's not be defined by that. Let's not be stuck in these modes. Let's deal with these issues amongst each other without shame, but with a sense of responsibility. Where you heard that? Who hurt you? We got to deal with that. What's your vision, black man? What's that great idea that's in your soul, in your heart? What is it? And what's stopping you? What's stopping you from walking in that vision every day? Don't blame your family. Don't say if I didn't have these kids. Don't say if it weren't for this girl, this woman. You know what I'm saying? Beyond that, what is it in you? What is it in you that's stopping you? That's what we need to talk about. That's what we need to talk about. I love that over famous self-accountability and responsibility. Those are the bookends to manhood. We all have it. We all fall short. That's a part of manhood. But dealing with it and then passing it on to the next generation because your son may grow up with those same shortcomings. But you're going to pass on tools and say, son, this is how you balance that out. See, none of us are perfect, right? The goal in life is to achieve balance. It's not good and evil. It's balance and imbalance. How do you find your balance? All we can do while we're living on this earth is try to achieve as much balance in our life as possible. That's why religion is an effective tool, depending on how it's delivered. Religion is meant to realign you and to help you find balance. Your spiritual system is meant to realign you to help you find what? Balance. When you find yourself being overly aggressive to women, when you find yourself being overly neglectful to your children, you're out of balance. When you find yourself underachieving and being afraid to achieve more and to put in the work that it takes to get to the next level, you're out of balance. When you find yourself not being able to stop eating the chips, not being able to get up and get that exercise in, watching yourself be sick and not being able to fight, you're out of what? You're out of balance. And when we're out of balance, we harm ourselves and we harm others. This is not a trait that's unique to black men. These are traits that are unique to the whole human family. And we're not going to be able to overcome it if we label all our problems with our blackness. It's not because you're black. That ain't why you got high blood pressure. You got high blood pressure because of how you're eating. You got high blood pressure because of your stress. Deal with the stress. Deal with the eating habits, right? Embrace the blackness. It's your blackness that gives you a built-in cure to all of that. It's the melanin that's running through your skin, running through your bones, running through your veins, right? The blood that's in your veins that gives you the medicine to deal with all of that. You just have to find the right things to put in your body that your physiology is going to respond to. Your blackness don't make you a bad father. You're a bad father because of your experiences. You're a bad father because maybe you didn't have an example of a good father. You're a bad father because that level of responsibility scares you. Where does that fear come from? It's not your blackness. Where does that fear come from? Where does that fear of responsibility, that fear of being tied down, where does that come from? What do you think fatherhood is keeping you from achieving? That's what you need to deal with. This build is about building up black men. I've belonged and been a part of several brotherhoods. I've belonged and been a part of several brotherhood circles with black men supporting each other. Black men looking out for each other, investing together. I'm in an investment group right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing to be a part of it. These type of circles happen all over the country. One of our strengths as black men is that we do know how to come together. Matter of fact, we know how to come together and make things happen. We know how to do that. The only thing, in my humble opinion, that limits us from taking everything we do to another level is our definition of ourselves. We think we're doing it in spite of our blackness. We think we're doing it in spite of our heritage. We think we coming up from slavery and doing something. No, slavery was a commercial in our existence. You understand what I'm saying? No, when we come together and build communities, that's who we were before slavery. When we come together to build powerful businesses, that's who we were before slavery. We've already been all these things. So when we come together to do it now, our frame of reference has to be who we were then. So we can take ownership of our vision, so we can broaden our vision, so we're not sitting there thinking we can only do what these other folks let us do. Well, you know your white folks ain't gonna let us do that. Well, you know they're gonna come in, you know they blew up Black Wall Street. So who run this? Another man or God? I'm going back to the spirituality piece. So who the boss? Another ethnic group? Are they the boss? Or is the creator the boss? And you gonna stop building because one community got attacked? Because other communities were attacked in the past, you gonna stop building? Black Wall Street rebuilt after they were attacked. We tend to leave off that part of the story. They rebuilt Black Wall Street. Black people did. But you have thousands of black townships and communities that were built. Many of them are still in existence today. What do you need to learn? What do we need to put into our education? What do we need to expose our boys to so they won't have these limitations on them? Let's not pass down this box to another generation of children. Let's not pass down this imaginative box that we put ourselves in. These limitations that we put on how we can move. Let's not pass down cowardice to another generation. Aren't y'all tired of raising generations of boys that are willing to die over respect? Willing to kill and die over colors? Willing to kill and die over disrespect? Willing to sign up and go kill and die for the United States of America, but won't kill and die for their family? Won't kill and die to build a community? Won't kill and die to make sure that their children learn about their history? Won't make those same type of sacrifices, those same types of convictions to save themselves at home? Won't have that same attitude towards police terrorism? Won't have that same attitude towards economic exploitation? If we're going to be nonviolent, let's be nonviolent all the way. Don't fight for nobody. But if you're going to fight for everybody, but not fight for yourself, that's not balanced. And recognize that fighting is more than just fighting physically. I'm talking about fighting spiritually for yourself, number one. Let's start there. Fighting for your soul. Let's start there. Because your most powerful soldiers are spiritually convicted. The ones that's going to run into battle with against 30 enemies and they ain't got nothing but a slingshot. That's spiritual conviction right there. We need to raise boys that say, oh no, I'm going to graduate because I got a vision. Oh no, they can kick me out. Well, I'm going to knock on every door in my community until I find somebody that's going to educate me. The type of spiritual conviction where the whole community stands up and say, wait a minute, Bobo got kicked out of school. What we going to do with Bobo? We got to figure this out. Let's go sit him down. Come on, brothers. Let's go sit him down. We need him. We need him. We ain't gonna let him go. He a natural born leader. The one that's out there, he got all his homies. He rounded all the other young boys up. They about to start terrorizing everybody. We better go corral them and figure this thing out to provide some opportunity. That boy need a construction company. He needs something. Because he gonna go get something. Whether we help him or not. There's an African proverb that say children who are neglected by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. So you looking at our children out here, you know what I'm saying? We call it senseless violence. We call it they just killing each other. And we don't realize what we're saying about ourselves as a people and as men when we say that. Those are our sons, our nephews, our grandsons. Those are our children. And if society wants to spotlight the ones that we're having trouble with, then we need to make sure that we're spotlighting the ones that are stepping up, standing up, and representing us well, because those children are out there too. You bring me a young black gangster, I bet you I can bring you 10 young black scientists. I bet you I could. Bring me a black gangster, I'll bring you a young black scientist. Bring me a young black male thug, I'll bring you a young black male engineer. I guarantee you I'll do it. I'll bring you a young black male landscaper. I'll bring you a young black male handyman, a young black male mechanic. I bet you I will. I could bring you a young black male speaker right now, young black male community leader right now. Let's quit acting like because we have some that are veering off that the others don't exist. You have to stand up. We have to stand up and defend the image of our children, black men. Instead of saying black children, black youth ain't getting hired. They just not getting hired. We need to be promoting to take it a step further and say, man, you ain't hired a youth until you hired a black youth. Until you hire a young person who's fighting poverty, you ain't hire nobody. Hire somebody that's fighting poverty. They gonna work every day. They not spoiled. They gonna put that work in. That's the truth. But we allow these images to prevail that our children who are fighting poverty are all thugs and that they don't want nothing and that they don't want to learn. Y'all, these are lies. Then we say it's these parents. These parents is messed up. These parents is, yeah, some parents are messed up. All parents are not. Yeah, poverty is messed up. Trying to raise children in poverty in America is messed up. A lot of things is messed up that'll throw you out of balance. We got to call things what they are. But we think that demonizing and then separating ourselves from things is going to solve the problem. It's not going to solve the problem, and it's not going to keep the problem off your doorstep. Black men understand that we not only have to raise our children, we have to raise the village children. We have to help raise other people's children too. That's a part of it. That's a part of it. I've raised children that are not my own biologically, but they my children. That's a part of the village. My children's friends, they can come live with me. They can call me when they need something. That's a part of being a black man. Anyway, I got to go back to class. Today is Cypher Friday, and this is the day that our students get to express their short stories, express their feelings, express their art in front of the whole class. And so I got to get back to that. You know, that's what we do on our Fridays at the Uhuru Academy. And when I tell you we have some amazing children in our school, we do. And we're not going out here just saying, look, you have to be super amazing to come to the Uhuru Academy. That's not it. These are average, everyday black people signing their children up for the Uhuru Academy. And guess what? They just happen to be amazing because African children are amazing. Black children are amazing. It's built in. Our people have done some amazing things. We belong in the Bible. We belong in the Quran. I mean, we are already there, but I'm talking about our particular group. Our particular group that went through the Ma'afa here in the United States belong in Scripture. We wasn't supposed to get out of slavery, but we did. We continue to be the soul and the conscience of this country. We are the most influential culture on the planet. We have a musical gift Don't take our musical gift lightly. We have a musical gift that enthralls the world. That's why what we sing about, rap about, and talk about is so important. It could change the world. That's why we need music back in our school systems. We need music and the arts back into our education so our children can take that power and create powerful messages that'll change the world. Think about the late 60s and early 70s. Think about that generation, that Black Power generation, that Black Panther Party generation, those young people who were saying Black Power, Soul Power, growing those beautiful afros. They changed the world. They sparked revolution all over the world. We still have that power. Black man, it's our place to control that message. And when we take money from the others, and we go out here and we manipulate our own children to rap about and sing about self-destructive things, and we lie to ourselves and say, hey, that's just their reality. But when you know they're not giving the whole reality, you know that they selling sex and violence, you know what it is. You out of balance, brother. And it's time to get back into balance. Yes, talk about the reality that's going on in the streets, but give a whole circle. Talk about the love too, right? Talk about the politics behind the suffering. Talk about the miseducation behind the thinking, the lack of emotional training that's behind the responses. Talk about what comes with that lean addiction, what's coming with them opioid addictions. Talk about that. Be real about what's going on. And that's your job, OG, CEO of the company. That's your job to take these young people that come in all wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, thinking they got to be super hard in order to get on. It's your job to tell them to sit their ass down, that the streets is real. This ain't for play. And then what they spit out their mouth can get them killed and the people around them killed. That's your job. Came in here to build up black men. We still out here. We still putting in that work. Y'all heard one of my new songs, Take Your Place. Y'all been in hip hop for over 30 years. Always been committed to kicking the message. I was in a rap group called East Side. Shout out to my boy L.O. to G, And we was always about reality, but we always put the message in our music. We had opportunities to go all the way gangster. We had opportunities to do it another way that would have paid us more money. We didn't take those opportunities. But we were so good and we were so cold with what we were doing that the people we were working with, shout out to Big Cat Bates, shout out to Kevin Pup Smith, shout out to my brother Zeno G, you know what I'm saying? That a whole studio was built around our movement. A whole studio was built around what we were talking about. I'm forever grateful for that experience. As I got older, I began to create opportunities for other young people in the hood. One of my first programs that I funded out of my pocket was Sound Incorporated, Sounds of Unity and Determination. We put it smack dab in the middle of the hood in Fort Worth, Texas, opened up a studio, and you got free studio time. All you had to do was, number one, be honest about what you was talking about. You could talk about dope, but be honest about it. Don't talk about dope you didn't sell. Don't talk about murders you ain't commit. Don't talk about that. Be real. You also had to take life skills classes. We had to talk about what was really going on in the world and why. You gave them an opportunity to come and because music is therapy. You understand what I'm saying? Music, a lot of time artists come in to get stuff off their chest. A lot of these boys out here ain't really rappers per se. They just need to say something. They just need an avenue to get stuff off their chest. A lot of them don't even want to be celebrities. They just want to talk. Black men, we need to be building studios inside of our community. Every hood should have a community studio. Every hood, every church should have a music studio inside the church. They gonna respect it. Man, if I can walk up in that church and get me something to eat and express myself on that mic, you ain't gonna miss me on Sundays. If I can come up in that mosque and get me something to eat and express myself, oh man, you ain't gonna miss me at my masjid. I'm coming. Black men, we gotta step up. And we got to build tools for our children. We got to build tools for these young brothers coming behind us, right? You can build a pipeline from rap and lean to construction. We can build pipelines, right? From where they at now trying to bang or whatever to be an electrician. We know how to do that because many of us left those things to go to something more positive. How do you do that? Let's build the pipelines for the next generation so it's easier for them. We got work to do. I'm with it, y'all. I'm still with it. After all these years, I'm still with it. I think back to Sound Incorporated, man, and shout out to Jordan Ball. Shout out to Jerron Champagne. Shout out to my boy Molly G and others. My brother Dwayne Bennett, Lil Tip, you know what I'm saying, who came through Sound as well and just came through Operation Reconnect, got his high school diploma. Now he's certified electrician. Shout out to that brother. Oh, there are ways to do it. Jordan Ball, who came through Sound Incorporated, you know what I'm saying? And now he's out here one of the most in-demand videographers and editors in the game. He wasn't on that trajectory at first. He had great talent, but he needed a place where he could not only cultivate the talent, but develop a vision for that talent at the same time. One that wasn't trying to just exploit him for money. We have geniuses among us. Black men, it is our job to build safe spaces where we can cultivate that genius. Now, I done went way longer than what I was supposed to. That should have been part 2. I done said bye, people done left, and I kept talking. That's what I do. Hey, y'all have a powerful day. You see a black man, lift him up. Black man, you see another black man, lift him up. It's time to take your place. I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to play Take Your Place again, right? And, man, y'all have a powerful day. Peace.
Who are you, black man? I want to talk to you tonight, and I can guarantee you that when you leave this auditorium tonight, nobody will be the same. You'll never be worse. You'll be better. And based upon the degree of acceptance of the word is the degree of rise.
I wrote this for the alpha males, the OGs and the real kings. Can't rap about what I ain't about, cause real G's do real things. Players know that I fight for mine, I'm RPG, ooh hoodoo gang. Banging on that slave mind like Haiti when the voodoo came. This for my OG niggas who survived streets but love the block. This for my professional brothers with 6 figures and a bunch of stock. This for G's who got grandbabies and a main lady with stretch marks. We know the struggle, seen it all. Took a fall but got a fresh start. Let me tell y'all the best part. They tried to kill us, we still alive. I'm from murder work, gangsta turf, where a G ain't supposed to see 25. This for the ones that touched the pen, came home and then go insane. Crips, Bloods, and whoever bang, and all the brothers who never slain, all the homies who bump screw, UGK and Twisted Black. Chest out, we done came through. Whatever you lost, go get it back. What I spit ain't for the youth. Nah, I built the school for that. I'm a grown man, I talk to kings. Black power, who true to that? Fathers, soldiers, kings, God, take your voice. Soldiers, kings, God, take your voice. Soldiers, kings, God, take your voice. Soldiers, kings, gods. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. This one for the seasoned vet, done seen death throughout my life. Cats who know about sacrifice. Borrowed time but paid the price. Hard times done came up, fell off then gave up. Came back, now you impact so pro-black and dangerous. In chains they bring us. From trees they hang us, whip us and maim us, but still can't tame us. Shit bad they blame us, plant dope and frame us. Rich, broke or famous, why? Cause they ain't us. House niggas I can't trust, field niggas will lie to. Pepperwood way cross town, Black Snake right by you. RBG we teach the code, banging for Uhuru. Put the system in a stranglehold, rest in peace Mutulu. I don't flow about silly shit, make too many major moves for that. Some of my folk is really sick, ain't really much I can do for that. Talking to the OGs when I spit, you broke and it ain't no excuse for that. We grown men, we need ownership, black power, who true to that?
Fathers, soldiers, kings, God, take your place. Soldiers, kings, God, take your place. Soldiers, kings, God, take your place. Soldiers, kings, God. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. Ain't no stopping you, black man. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. All you gotta do is take your place. Fathers, soldiers,